What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Layton. We are gonna wrap up this case today, most likely, because we are only missing one clue. They want us to find the director and the editor, so that's what? Editor and director, because that's what their names are. It's pretty stupid. Okay, where could they be? In the theater. That's strange. We all saw them come in here. Where have they disappeared to? Over there. Oh, wow, really? They're right there. All right then, Eddie, why don't you just admit it? You're the one who cut that scene, aren't you? You've never liked it, you've had a problem with it from the first day of shooting. And you knew that, but you refused to cut it yourself, you stubborn old fool. Who's the director here, eh? Me! If I say a scene stays in, it stays in, or did I misunderstand the meaning of director somewhere? If you've got a problem with the way I make decisions, then this partnership is over. Over, you say? You've done it now, you rapscallion. Please, calm your tits and try to talk about this rationally. Where did you spring from, Miss Layton? Never mind that now. Just take some deep breaths and calm yourselves down. Breathe in and out some more, and a little bit more. That's it, and then you're dead. Are you trying to kill me? Of course. I'm a detective. I much prefer investigating murders to committing them. Anyway, it's clear that you two have some unresolved issues. You overheard that, did you? We were just letting off steam about the film, that's all. Seemed like a little more than that. The end of your partnership together. This know-it-all thinks he's God's gift to romance films these days, but his love scenes have always been a disaster. It's only my editing that saved them all these years. Thanks to me, he's produced so many hits. But does that mean anything to him now? Not a jot. Well, he might have chosen to forget, but mark my words, I haven't forgotten. And somehow that segues into a puzzle? Sure. Kiss! The sun is setting at the beach. The perfect backdrop for a sweet kiss. With a girl in the hood. Use 3 of the 6 symbols of the sex symbols in the frame on the left to represent kiss. Slide the symbols to move them and touch them to rotate. You cannot overlap them. 3 of the symbols to represent kiss, not say kiss. So you want the little kissy lips is what you want. You want the kissy lips. Oh, you can rotate it. You want the kissy lips.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
You did it! Uh-oh, looks like someone's been hoodwinked. Well, I didn't think you'd solve that one. Well, I don't know why you showed me this in the first place, you weirdo. That's had me stuck for decades. There's no puzzle that can't be solved with some calm and considered thinking for like 3 seconds. Mr. Tor, if you've calmed down a bit, perhaps. Calm down? Are you being funny? I don't care about that spat with Maverick before, but I can't be pinned for this theft of the final scene. I mean, it's a matter of pride. What sort of editor would do something like that? I say, I don't think this fight is going to sort itself out anytime soon. Well, never mind. It's rather fun to watch, shall we? Great idea. Let's just forget about the case and watch the 2 prime suspects argue instead. Don't be snide. If we listen in, they might let something slip that gives us a lead. Sneaky. You are one sneaky cat. That's more important to you than honoring the decisions made by the director? For the last time, I did not steal that kiss scene. And you know that I'd never cut a film unless you gave me the go-ahead. But it's no secret you didn't like that scene. You always had a problem with it. Yeah, I had a problem accepting that the great maverick D-Rection could be happy to end one of his greatest films with a scene like that. Why don't you admit it? You never really got on with that scene either, did you? Yes, I did. I was perfectly happy with it. So you're willing to compromise on quality these days, are you, you sick fuck? But you know what makes me more sick? The fact that someone other than me cut one of your films. Alright then, Eddie, if it wasn't you, then who? If you ask me, it was you! Wow. This is quite the... okay. Listening to your conscience before it got corrupted by fame. How dare you? Back in the old days, you wouldn't have stopped shooting until you got a scene where you were 100% happy with. But now, well, those days are gone. The days when my films made no money. If I've changed my directing style, it's for you and the rest of my crew. Best friend hug! Ugh. Huh. Disgusted by what I'm seeing. Oh, but I need money. Oh, but at what cost? Oh, Eddie. Oh, erection. That didn't end well, did it? Mr. Torres walked out. This could be our chance to get some important information out of Mr. Erection. Come on, Ernest, and you. Mr. Erection, I'd like to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. I'm really not in the mood at the moment, but all right, if it'll help get this whole thing cleared up. That was a heated argument you and Mr. Torres just had. Are such disagreements between the two of you a regular occurrence? Eddie and I have been a team for a very long time, since long before I made it, so we've had more than a few fights over the years. Back in the early days, we used to have blazing rows about production issues. Still, it's never gone this far before. We've never talked about going our separate ways. Yes, well, one ill word asks another, as they say. If you said things you didn't mean, I'm sure an apology will go a long way to fixing things. With Eddie, I'm not so sure. I hear that you used to make films that were a lot less mainstream, with more fringe appeal, is that right? That's going back a bit now, all the way to half a month ago. Anyway, it wasn't like I was trying to shoot fringe films. That's just how it worked out. That's how people took my material. It wasn't for everyone. So it's bad. But Eddie really liked my old work, and now that I'm making films more people actually want to watch, he's not happy about it. You know, he was always pressing me not to include that last scene in No Sub for Love, right from the start. He told me. He said he didn't believe it was true to your style. Not true to my style, huh? That makes it all sound so simple. The truth is, I don't even know what my style is anymore. It's just typical of Eddie, though. He never had any hesitation in telling me what was wrong with my films. Sometimes it makes me so mad, but I have to admit it, he's usually right. Oh, who am I kidding? He's right this time, too. You mean about the stolen scene? I just wanted it to be real. I wanted to shoot a kiss that looked like it was genuinely from the heart, not just two actors playing their parts. But somehow I couldn't get it right. In the old days, I wouldn't have given up. I'd have just kept shooting and shooting until I got the result I wanted. Why didn't you do that this time, then? You're young, I wouldn't expect you to understand. The fact is, as you get older, you lose that drive you had in your youth. No, you're quite right. That's not something I can relate to, because I'm young and I got a nice drive. It sounds rather sad. You sound sad. You sad man. So you're telling us that Mr. Tor couldn't accept the scene you shot? That he cut it from the film without your permission? Mm-hmm. This might seem like a strange request that after everything that's happened, Miss Layton. Could you try to keep this quiet? Eddie did it for my benefit at the end of the day. I'm afraid that won't be possible. I have to tell everyone now. Your lives are ruined. If this comes out, Eddie's career's over. Tough luck. Is it really worth destroying the man just for some sense of obligation to uphold justice? Yes. Yes. It's because he didn't do it. You see, the fact is, you are his alibi, Mr. Rector. Exactly. You and Mr. Tor were together at all times until the start of the screening, weren't you? And when you checked over the film reels together, you found no problems. So, if Mr. Tor was never out of your sight after that time, then however much he disagreed with the inclusion of that scene, he had no opportunity to cut it. I suppose that's true. So someone else stole it then. Well, that's wonderful. Miss Layton? Sorry. Good. Looks like I have all the evidence I need now to rip open that parrot. Okay, I did it. Okay. Of course, it all makes sense now. And I'm deaf now. That was right down my ear, cat.
Miss Layton, have you solved it?
Yes, Ernest, I believe I have. Just as every film has a final scene, every case has the truth to glean. And now I've uncovered both.
Oh, well done, Miss Layton. Bravo.
Ernest, summon the suspects!
Gladly.
Thank you all for coming, everyone. I have finally ascertained the truth about the stolen kiss scene. Who did it? Spill the beans. I want to know who did this to me and why. And how? That's what I want to know. When was it cut out of the reel? Tell us, detective. Put us all out of our misery. Momento, Katrielle. Why have you asked so many people here? It's clearly obvious that most of them couldn't possibly have been involved. Oh, it's much more fun this way. The more people, the more tension. I agree with Miss Layton. She's a born performer, that woman. That whammon. This is so exciting, I couldn't miss a show like this. I mean, as a mayor, I have a vested interest in the truth. As the head of the 7 dragons, I feel obliged to see this case through. I don't know why. I just had to do it. Don't need me. Minor role. And I really don't care what happens to that scene. Can't I just go? Hurry the fuck up, Layton! This is a detective's moment of glory. If this were a film, I'd be having a good suspense track running in the background and really draw it out to build up tension. But really, all you're doing is pissing everyone off, and just hurry the frick up. Let's get to the case. It's a strange one. What's the truth? Exaggeration. Truth is weird. K. You like that? You like my, like,
If I had to identify
sped up version?
one culprit in this case, it would be you over there.
Didn't do it.
Major minor. When the reels were being switched during the screening, you did a major minor poo on the film.
A poo? And his poo hit the all-important kiss scene. Is that it?
But surely a little bit of bird poo could easily be wiped off the film.
Would everyone please stop saying poo?
Indeed it could, Mayor Loanida. Which is where the second guilty party in this escapade comes in. You, Mr. Seymour Frames. All the equipment here has just recently been upgraded. Mr. Frames cares for his projection machinery so deeply, he couldn't bear the thought of running a soiled film through it, even if the excrement had been wiped off. So he cut the infected scene out of the reel altogether.
So it's his doing then?
Yes, but with the Major resolutely denying everything, it's going to be hard to make it stick.
Oh, pooh.
Okay, I really thought it was gonna be more reasonable than this. Oh, what an annoying voice. What? Oh my god, it's an unedited version, is that it?
Great film.
I loved it.
Really?
Where did that kiss scene come from?
Apparently, Mr. Rector. He cut in an old scene of his own to replace the missing one. It's a clip of himself kissing his lover, shot a long time ago when he was still just starting out as a cameraman.
Foxy.
Secretly, it was supposed to be a film about his own love affair. So, the clothes and everything match the style of the other scenes perfectly.
Wow,
That's
really?
how he integrated it so seamlessly.
You've got to hand it to the old dog. It's a very moving scene.
Yes, because it's full of genuine emotion.
They weren't acting. It was true love.
If only someone would give me a kiss like that. Just imagine.
What?
Oi, Pinstripes, what are you imagining?
Nothing. I was just...
Just what? And spit it out.
No,
What, you dirty mongrel?
A Naval Advance No Sub for Love was a hit at the box office with its passionate final kiss scene. And now Maverick Director is currently working on a new, albeit not too mainstream, blockbuster.
How is it? You always stumble on the answer in these cases.
Stumble on? It sounds like you think it's just luck, Sherl.
Well, isn't it?
Not at all. The truth is, Miss Layton makes logical but instinctive inferences.
Okay, choose a case to investigate from the pin board. But how do I get clothes? That's the important thing. I've got this clothes money. I want clothes. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. Ooh. Wait, how do you move? Oh. Ooh. Ooh! I like all of these! Oh man! There's so many! I was kind of hoping they'd only show me a couple at first, but they just gave me everything already. Oh man, what am I gonna do? I only have one fashion farting. Oh. Oh, I can do a little spin. Oh, what to do, what to do. Definitely not a denim dress. Oh boy. Now this is an interesting one. Oh, many of these are quite good. Quite good! Oh.
I love it!
You're damn right you love it. 'Cause I chose it out. Cases you've worked on and any you've solved already are up on the pin board. Tap the investigate button to start playing the case you currently have highlighted. As you solve each case, new cases will arrive to keep you busy. These cases appear with the word new in their top left corner. Cases that you started but not yet solved are marked under investigation. Okay. Pet pandemonium. Ernest, that book you lent me the other day.
Have you read it? Did you enjoy it? I thought it was a real page-turner.
Yes, well, I did turn the pages, certainly. Although that's true of any book, of course. I mean, it was interesting in a way, but in a way, it wasn't. It sucked. Make up your mind. Well, I enjoyed the murder on the stormy desert island, but the way the detective solved it was a bit dull. Personally, I preferred when the detective hacks his way through all the possible suspects until only the terrified killer remains. Hacking through suspects? Yes, it's so much more satisfying that way. And scary. Detectives are supposed to be cool and collected, basing their deductions on logic and reason, not hacking through suspects. Oh, really? Yes, detectives do traditionally have that image, don't they? Of being systemic and lucid. Systematic, sorry. But Miss Layton's inimitable style turns all that on its head. I think it's capital. You mean she relies on her gut rather than her brains? I prefer to call it miraculous instinct, Sherl, not gut. It is miraculous, that's true. Miraculous you solve anything. Well, it sounds as if you know a lot about it. You're obviously a master of logic and reason yourself. Sorry? I know, how about this? The next case we get, you can try to solve it. I'm not doing your job for you. Won't put your money where your mouth is. Ooh, that's the phone. I'll get it. Perfect timing. No doubt it'll be someone with a case for us. No doubt it'll be a case of a wrong number. Oh, such wit! It was Madame Doublé. The woman from the cinema. The matriarch of the Seven Dragons.
That's right. She said that she had something she'd like your assistance with and asked that you pay her a visit.
Interesting. Perhaps she has a case for us.
I really couldn't say. I will speak to the detective in person, she said. She was almost insistent.
Well, I suppose we'd better go and visit her then. Come along. You do realize this could mean you'll actually have to do some work for once. Please. You mean you, Shirley?
Why me?
I want to see your famous logic and reason at work, of course. You're going to solve this case. Wouldn't you like to see Sherl solve a case, Ernest? Rather. That would be a jolly hoot. Well, at least it would mean I wouldn't have to watch you bumbling through another investigation. All right, you're on. Sherl is on the case. Excellent. Someone else is doing the job for her. And she gets all the money. I like the sound of that. So easy to manipulate, pulling the strings.
I believe Madame Doublé's residence is around here somewhere, miss.
Didn't you ask her for directions, Ernest?
I did, yes, but she wouldn't give me a full address. She just told me we'd know when we were nearby.
But this is Millionaires Row! All the houses here are enormous. Ooh, is this adjacent to Income Disparity Row Boulevard? It could take us ages to find it just walking around aimlessly. I think this is a job for Agent Sherl. Lead us to Madame Doublé's residence using your razor-sharp reasoning to guide you, Detective. No. Wouldn't it be easier just to call her a passerby? Well, I suppose so, yes. Let's ask someone. Hello, what have we here? This is a well-to-do part of town, you realize. I'm always on the beat around these streets, making sure there's no unscrupulous characters lurking. Okay, thanks for nothing.
Excuse me, I don't suppose you could tell us the way to Madame Gretchen Doublé's residence.
Dearie me, you don't know Madame Doublé's house? No, I'm afraid not. We're not familiar with this area, you see. The Dublé residence is the largest building in the neighborhood. You can't miss it. Helpful? Well, let's see. Perhaps that's it over there? Exactly, what did I tell you? See, you can't miss it. So, you have some business with Madame Dublé, do you? How about you mind your own business, old lady? Push her to the ground. She asked us to pay her a visit. Really? She did? Well, you must be more important than you appear. You're very fortunate. I should dearly love to receive an invitation. Well, you won't, so go away.
Madame Dublay's obviously a very influential and significant member of society, isn't she? Unlike you.
Did you hear that, Sherl? You won't want to let down someone so important now, will you? Me? Come along then, we mustn't keep Madam waiting. Oh, dearie me, who to talk to about this? Not me. How about someone who cares? Someone looks like they got a lot on their mind. What extraordinary timing! I was just wondering whose ear I could bend. It's my friend, you see. She runs a little chain of accessory shops. Oh, the lazy lady. But I'm afraid business is rather slow with her store being closed all day long. She's in a terrible fix, and the debt collectors want to break her legs. Could you talk to her, do you think? You're detectives, aren't you? You might be able to deduce what's wrong with the way she's managing the business. Accessory shop, you say? I'm intrigued. I'll do everything I can to assist, naturally. Okay. So this is Madame Dublay's residence. What a magnificent mansion. Worthy of the leader of the Seven Dragons, the millionaire of millionaires.
It looks like those big double gates are the way in.
It is a very lovely looking estate. Yes. I do also love this blue and yellow. It's Lipsky! Hello, I didn't think to see you here! Ah, Alex, my special friend, what are you doing in this part of town? Delivering order! One of my customers is having party and they asked me to bake for them. Ah, yes, I'm sure the exclusive Lipsky cakes are in high demand around these parts. No, yes, this morning I deliver cakes here to Madame Dublé. I hope I did not do nothing to upset her. Ah, poor little 2-foot-tall Lipsky, you'll be fine. How are you, 1-2? Brilliant, but probably not quite as brilliant as you. Well, you can't beat jogging, that's for sure, but solving puzzles is fun too. I got one here, actually. Try it. Weasel mouths. Look closely at the weasels and the numbers and try to figure out which number goes at the bottom. Touch the frame to enter your answer. Now this is something. 8. Weasel plus 8 equals that weasel with the double stripe. That weasel plus 4 equals another weasel. So the other weasel plus blank equals weasel with the down thing. Very interesting. So tail up and tail down are surely important. Possibly. Could it involve even numbers, perhaps? Let me see here. And what numbers can I fit in here? So anything from any single digit number. Okay. So 0 through 9. What could it be? If it has to be single, I'm gonna need a hint for this one. The weasels are representing something we are all familiar with. A number? Okay, thank you. The orientation of the tails is no accident. Yes, I already know that! Their bodies are long, but their tails are short. Does that remind you of something? Their bodies are long, but their tails are short. Their bodies are like the long hand of a clock, and their tails are like the short hand representing times on a clock. So if it's time on a clock, okay. Actually, you know, that's my super hint. So 4 is 4 hours? Is that what I'm seeing? So 2 o'clock plus 8 hours is 10. I see. Okay. So how do we get from what is most likely 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, right? So it'd be 6.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
I would have never thought clock. It would have taken me forever to think clock. So I'm glad I got to the super hint. Well done, good job. I'll have to look out for another puzzle now, so I got something for the next time I run into you. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it already. Can't wait. So excited. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are you patronizing people, Katrielle? Oh, Katrielle. She's so sarcastic. It's fantastic. And she probably isn't. She probably is being nice, but I'm gonna assume she's being very sarcastic, very snide. But we'll have to save everything else for the next video, because it's been 32 minutes. So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.